I looked in the mirror at the white wedding dress I was wearing. Never in a million years did I ever think that I was going to be wearing a dress to my own wedding. Of course, I had always envisioned myself as the groom for my wedding day and not the bride. After all, I am, or at least was, male all my life. I gazed at my reflection, my heart pounding in my chest. The wedding dress, adorned with delicate lace and shimmering embroidery, clung to me like a second skin. I couldn't deny that it was a beautiful dress, chosen with care to make me feel special on this important day. But I knew it wasn't me. My mom came up behind me and finished making sure the dress was properly secured to me. "Stop worrying, Michelle, you look lovely," Mom said, and she lightly kissed me on the cheek. "Do I?" I asked, looking down at myself. "Of course, you do," she said, smiling, "and Rebecca is a great girl. She is so lucky to have you, and you are so lucky to have her." I managed a weak smile, appreciating my mother's support. She had been a rock throughout this entire journey, helping me navigate the tumultuous waters of self-discovery. It wasn't easy for her, or for my dad, to accept that their son was becoming their daughter, but they had tried their best to understand and embrace my true self. "Thank you, Mom," I said, my voice wavering slightly. "I know it's all so surreal. I never thought I'd be here, in a wedding dress, about to marry the person I love." My mother's eyes softened, and she took both of my hands in hers. "Michelle, love is a powerful force. It transcends gender, expectations, and societal norms. You and Rebecca found that love together, and that's what matters most. You two are starting a beautiful journey together, and today is just the beginning." Her words were a soothing balm to my nervous soul. I couldn't have asked for a more understanding and supportive mother. She had shown me that love could indeed overcome all obstacles. As if on cue, there was a knock on the door, and my best friend, Sarah, poked her head in. "Michelle, it's almost time. Rebecca is waiting for you, and you look absolutely stunning." I took a deep breath, feeling a mixture of excitement and anxiety coursing through me. With my mother and Sarah by my side, I knew I could face whatever challenges lay ahead. Today, I was going to marry the person I loved, and that was all that truly mattered. With one last look in the mirror, I straightened my posture and nodded to my mother. "Let's do this," I said. If you would have asked me 2 months earlier if I ever thought that I would be in this position, I would have laughed at you. Back then I was a stupid man, just barely 21 years old. Back then my car was fast, and my willingness to do stupid things with it was huge. That is until the accident. I remembered those days vividly, the thrill of my fast car and the willingness to do daring and sometimes foolish things with it. Life had seemed like an adventure, and I had taken risks without fully understanding the consequences. But then came the accident, a moment that changed everything. It was a harsh wake-up call, a reminder of my vulnerability and mortality. The consequences of my actions had caught up with me, and I found myself facing a long and challenging road to recovery. In the aftermath of the accident, my body was damaged almost to the point of disrepair. The only way to save me was to switch my body into an experimental lab-grown body. The only problem was that the lab-grown body was 19 years old, and female. My mom did not hesitate when they told her the options. And a few days later my mind was transferred into the female body. Rebecca had been my rock during those difficult times, standing by my side as I grappled with my identity and the physical and emotional challenges of recovery. She had shown me unwavering love and support, helping me come to terms with my true self. It was a surreal experience waking up in a body that wasn't mine, in a world that felt unfamiliar. I looked down at my new hands, delicate and slender, the hands of a 19-year-old girl. My voice sounded different, softer, and more melodious. My reflection in the mirror showed a face that was no longer mine. Rebecca, my unwavering friend and fiancée, held my hand as I adjusted to this strange reality. She assured me that it didn't matter what body I inhabited, I was still the same person inside. It was her love and support that helped me accept this new identity and move forward. As the days turned into weeks, I began to embrace my new life. I had to learn how to walk, talk, and do everyday things all over again. It was a humbling experience, one that made me appreciate the little things in life that I had taken for granted before. Rebecca and I became closer than ever. Our bond deepened as she helped me navigate the challenges of being a young woman. She taught me about makeup, fashion, and all the nuances of life as a woman. I couldn't have asked for a better friend to guide me through this transformation. And now, here I was, about to marry Rebecca, the love of my life, in a wedding dress that symbolized our journey together. It was a reminder that life could change in an instant, and sometimes those changes led us to unexpected and beautiful places. We decided to keep our wedding date. When Rebecca asked whether I will be wearing a wedding dress, I admit I was thinking about still wearing a tux. After all, I was still new to dresses, but my sister Erin, who had become my new maid of honor, took me out dress shopping and I fell in love with a strapless dress. Now today is my wedding day. I looked into the mirror again and took a deep breath. The reflection in the mirror now showed a confident and radiant bride, ready to embrace this new chapter of life. I took another deep breath and turned to my mother, who had tears of pride in her eyes. "Thank you for being here, Mom," I said, my voice steady. "For supporting me through all of this, and for accepting me for who I am." She enveloped me in a warm hug. "You are my child, no matter what body you're in. I love you, Michelle." As the minutes ticked away, the anticipation built. I thought back to the accident that had brought me to this point and all the challenges I had overcome. It had been a difficult journey, but it had led me to Rebecca, the love of my life, and a deeper understanding of myself. The door opened again, and this time it was Erin, my sister and maid of honor. She held a bouquet of flowers and a reassuring smile. "It's time, Michelle. Rebecca is waiting for you." With one last look in the mirror, I took Erin's arm, and together we walked toward the moment that would change our lives forever. Today, I was not just marrying the love of my life, but I was also embracing my true self in the journey that had brought me here. Love had indeed conquered all, and as I walked down the aisle in that beautiful wedding dress, I knew that my heart was in the right place, regardless of the body I inhabited. As I walked down the aisle, I could feel the eyes of our friends and family on me. The atmosphere was filled with a mix of emotions, joy, wonder, and perhaps a hint of surprise. But most importantly, I felt a profound sense of love and acceptance from the people who mattered most. At the end of the aisle stood Rebecca, radiant in her wedding gown, her eyes sparkling with tears of happiness. She held a bouquet of flowers that matched mine, and her smile was a beacon of love and reassurance. As I reached her side, our hands found each other's, and I knew that I was exactly where I was meant to be. The ceremony proceeded, and as we exchanged vows, I spoke from the heart, promising to love and cherish Rebecca for the rest of my days, regardless of the body I inhabited. Dearest Rebecca. From the moment we first met, my life transformed into a beautiful love story, and today, as we stand here, I promise to continue writing that story with you by my side. I vow to cherish every moment we share, to celebrate your strengths and support you in your weaknesses, and to love you more deeply with each passing day. You are the sunshine that brightens my darkest days and the moonlight that guides me through the night. I promise to be your confidant, to listen and understand, and to be your shelter in life's storms. I will stand by your side, holding your hand through all the challenges that may come our way. Our love is my anchor, and with you, I am unshakable. I pledge to laugh with you in times of joy, and to embrace you in times of sorrow. Together, we will share our dreams, hopes, and aspirations, making each one a reality, hand in hand. I promise to respect and honor you, to appreciate your uniqueness, and to encourage you to be the incredible person you are. I will be the wind beneath your wings, helping you soar to new heights. In you, I found my partner, my best friend, and my one true love. With this ring, I seal my commitment to you and to our extraordinary journey together. I can't wait to see where life takes us, but as long as you're by my side, I know it will be an incredible adventure. Rebecca, You are the love of my life, and I am forever grateful that you've chosen me to be your wife. Today, I promise to love you with all that I am and all that I have, for now and for all the days of our lives. With all my heart and soul, Michelle. We kissed, sealing our commitment to each other, and the room erupted in applause and cheers. Our wedding was not just a celebration of love but also a testament to the power of acceptance and the resilience of the human spirit. It was a reminder that love could transcend boundaries, whether they be gender, societal norms, or the physical limitations imposed by life's unexpected twists. As we danced our first dance as a married couple, I held Rebecca close, grateful for her unwavering support and love throughout our journey. I knew that life would continue to present challenges, but with her by my side, there was nothing we couldn't overcome. Our wedding day was a beautiful beginning, a symbol of the love that had brought us together and the love that would sustain us through all the chapters of our lives. And as I looked into Rebecca's eyes, I knew that this was just the first of many beautiful moments we would share as wife and wife. In the end, I had learned that love knows no boundaries, and that when you find the person who truly understands and accepts you, it's worth embracing the unexpected and celebrating the unique journey that brought you together.